I'm just trying to shoot when it's open. You know, a lot of my shots right now are open, and you know they're just not going in. So it's not like they're bad shots. So coach having a problem with it. So I'm just shooting them. You know, just trying to make them.
Does that make it harder for you knowing that they're open and they're just not falling right now?
I wouldn't say it makes it harder. It's just frustrating. You know, especially when you've been shooting your whole life, and then you know you get here and you know all the shots, like I said, they're wide open, just not going in.
Okay, how do you deal with the mental aspect? I mean, in high school and at UCLA, the shots were falling for you, but right now they're not.
I mean, I always just kept shooting my whole life, so I'm not gonna stop now. And you know, hopefully it gets better going forward.
Tough schedule coming up here over the next 4 weeks. Golden State 3 times, Houston 3 times, road games at Philly and Cleveland. How do you prepare yourself for that?
Just go and compete. You know, look forward to the challenge. We know this month, you know, it's gonna be big for us. We got to come together and play hard every game.
You guys any more pumped today knowing the Warriors are coming to town or same as every day?
I mean, today's practice was very good. A lot of energy, but I think that's because we've been losing too as well. So it's a lot of motivation, and you know, the Warriors are one of the best teams in the league. So got to come out hard.
We were talking about even with the losing, you know, the 8th spot is in the playoffs is still there. He looks at that almost daily to see there's my motivation. Do you use that too?
I mean, I just play to win. So you know, if you're winning, you're gonna make the playoffs. So that's the goal for us. And it's still, even though like you said, we've been losing, it's still, you know, we can still accomplish it. So we're gonna come out and play, and try to get that spot.
So you don't look at things like how many games are you guys back?
No, I take it just one game at a time and try to get that win for the day.
How much time do you like, shooting's not the only thing that you have to do. How much time when you evaluate your performance look at shooting versus
Well, first I look at the score, you know, whether we won or lost, I go from there. And then, you know, I watch the film, try to see everything I did, you know, to help my team win, what I did to, you know, affect if we lost, and just try to learn from a lot more to basketball and shooting.
What has Steph Curry's influence been on you, just from watching from afar?
I mean, watching as a fan, you know, he's great to watch. One of the most exciting players in the league. In my opinion, best shooter of all time. You know, he can shoot off the catch, the dribble. So he's one of the best point guards, you know, in the NBA.
Is he kind of freed it up for like you and your brothers to shoot it from 5 feet behind the line? And
Yeah,
like that?
I mean, he's kind of the first one, you know, to do it in the NBA like that, and kind of just ran from it from that.
Did you guys kind of grow up trying to be like Steph or trying to shoot like Steph?
I think we shot like that before him, but you know, he came in the NBA and started doing it, so everybody saw him do it. So then they kind of, at first we were getting criticized for it, but you know, after he, you know, pretty much opened that gateway, everybody was cool with it.
How about his dribbling routine? Do you ever look at that, the pregame stuff?
Not really. I don't really do that, but my little brother, you know, watches a lot of videos on him and ball handling.
What do you take away from him in terms of just how he leads a team and that sort of thing?
Like I said, he's one of the best point guards. You know, point guard's job is to lead the team. So, you know, won championships, and he's a great player.
Well, he's been known over there of trying to create a real joyful atmosphere. How is that something that you would try to incorporate out here?
I come out here and just have fun. You know, our job's playing basketball, so you know it's just a blessing. Come out here, people you know see every day. I like to be around, and so I have fun.
He didn't have the same amount of criticism around him. You know, his first 20 games or so in the NBA. Has he reached out to you at all inside his game?
No, but everybody, like I said, has their own path. You know, even on his path was where he is now, and just trying to find my way.
Thanks, everyone. Are you excited? Is it exciting that you're going to be facing him for the first time in the NBA? Do you have any emotions about that?
It's another game. I mean, I know he's, like I said, one of the best players, so it's a challenge I look forward to. Come out, be ready to play.
You know, with the effort our guys we gave ourselves a good chance of winning the game. And I think the frustration comes because the mistakes we're making are easily correctable mistakes, as far as some of the turnovers, missing layups, missing free throws. These are things that we can correct ourselves, and these are plays that we can make as a group that'll make our chances, to give us a much better chance of winning. But you know, you use that frustration to help motivate you. You come in today and you don't put your head down and pout. You get back to work, you watch film, and you do whatever you can today to get better. And I think our guys did that today.
When you look at the schedule coming up over the next 4 weeks, 3 games against Golden State, 3 games against Houston, road games in Cleveland and Philly. How do you start to prepare the team for all that?
But you don't look at it like that. That's a daunting task if you look at it like that. You know, we look at it and what are we going to do today? we're going to control what we can and work the way that our guys are becoming accustomed to working. To me, part of the message today was, look, we're in the process of building our identity, our culture, what's our attitude as a group, not individually, everything as a group. And that's where our focus is on this next month. So yeah, we're going to have some tough games. There's probably going to be some nights that don't look too good for us, but there's going to be some other nights that we're fighting our tails off and we're in those games and we're competing at a high level. And it's important for us to just, no matter what's going on with the outcome of the game, to keep that mindset of we're going to keep working as a group to get better and better and better and build the team that we want to be. And if our focus is on that, we'll be just fine.
Did you like the way the second unit played last night? Now that Kuzma's back on it.
Second unit was great last night. They moved the ball. We had a bunch of possessions with 4 or 5 passes where guys were passing up open shots to get layups. JC, I thought, really did a nice job of setting the tone of playing unselfish. It was either a quick attack or moving the ball on, which we've been on him about doing. And I really think he embraced that last night, which helped that second unit get going. Kuz obviously gives them another dimension, and he was playing unselfish as well last night. So as a group, they very happy with the way they played.
Have you thought of giving Kuzma more time in critical moments, because he is such a scoring machine?
Well, yeah, that's part of the challenge each day. You know, when you got a team full of guys that are all playing well, trying to figure out which ones to let close the game. And Kuz obviously gives us an offensive threat from that 4 spot, the way he can shoot the ball and making big plays. He's always in that conversation. Last night, I told him I thought his individual defense was not up to par to what we've become accustomed to with him. And, we put our emphasis on defense this year. So some of the decisions, the commitment to play guys that we're going to get the job done on that end, went into who closed the game. But that's always part of the in-game decision making to be made.
That's part of the reason why he didn't play, because of his
defensively. Yeah, offensively he was great. He was hitting shots, but we needed to get stops. And individually he wasn't doing what he normally does on the defensive end to help us get those stops.
That towards the end of the game, were those all plays that you felt like had been solid defensively throughout the game?
Yes. They defensively, I thought that they had been the best group individually. They're obviously Brewer played really nice defensively when he was in there and things of that, in those shorter minutes like that. But with trying to find an offensive unit that could still that was going to be able to score the ball and play the type of defense we need to close out a road win, that was the group I felt that gave us the best chance last night.
And if you don't mind, you guys want to be doing some back to the
Well, not with him today, but with the team. I said it. You should be frustrated when you're taken out, but we're a team, we're a family, we're however you look at your group of teammates, and once you got to put that anger aside, that individual frustration, and be there to support and cheer on your teammates that are on the floor, and be ready, because you might get your number called again and go back in for the last 30 seconds. I mean, Kuz was done for the half. We had 26 seconds left. We put him back in, and he hit a big 3 for us right before the half was up. So get angry when you're taken out, but put that aside quick and get back onto the team and support your teammates. No, that's fine.
You a lot of questions last night, questions today about who's playing and when. What's your process after you look at the film and all that, going back and deciding that was a good choice or should have maybe done that differently? How do you approach kind of looking back on this?
Well, when you're watching film, you exactly what you said. You kind of reflect on the decisions you made. You don't sit there and second guess yourself and beat yourself up over it. There's no formula that's going to give you the right answer. Some nights it works, other nights it doesn't. You got to go with the players you feel like are about to get it going, or they're going to keep it going, or if somebody's struggling, maybe he's got to play less minutes. And you kind of, as you're watching the tape on what the players are doing, you see how the groups are playing together, and you take mental notes and write those down, and you have that in your bank for next time you got to make those the same decisions.
To ask you different versions of this, but you guys don't have a traditional best player, second best player, there changes. How does that impact?
Well, it makes that decision more challenging because I think it's obviously easier if you have Kobe Bryant on your team. He plays, whether he's having a good game or bad game, he's going to play those minutes and he's going to do what he does. So it makes the challenge as far as night in, night out, figuring out who those lineups are going to be, because some nights it's been JC, which means what do you got to do? The ripple effect on that. Do you leave your point guard out down the stretch? You take out KCP and BI, two long wings that are versatile and can switch and help rebound. And so there's all these decisions going into that depending on who's having those type of games for us. But that's why I keep preaching to our players the importance of understanding that it's not about us as individuals. It's about us as team, and each night it's going to be somebody else. And one night it'll be you, and your teammates need to support you, and one night it'll be someone else, and you got to be there to support them too.
What's been your words of wisdom and or criticism to Lonzo about his shooting slump?
Well, when no criticism other than when you get up to that line, knock it down, shoot the ball. We know that you're a good shooter. He knows he's a good shooter. You watch him around here. He puts the work in. He knocks them down. The only thing is not just with him, but with all our players. There's some good ones, and if you take a good shot and you miss it, we're totally fine with that. But then there's some that come early in the shot clock with no ball movement. That even if you make it, I'm not happy with that shot. So that with him and with everyone else on our team, it's still teaching and understanding the difference between those two types of shots.
What are you most interested to see from Lonzo against the Warriors?
I just enjoy watching Lonzo play basketball. So whether it's the Warriors or whoever else, it's going to be another opportunity for him to get better and continue to work on his craft.
But it's a new type of challenge. Like it's just a different kind of defense and better players perhaps than you've seen.
Yeah, they're the champs. He's got a chance to compete against the champs. We all do. So, like I said before, every night is a great opportunity for our group to learn and get better. And tomorrow is the same way. We get a chance to play against the best team in the world, and I'm excited to see how we respond to that.
Yeah, there's frustration, but we got that's the thing about the NBA. You lose one, and you get to come in and focus on a completely different team, completely different task, and I'm in good spirits, focusing on the big task we got ahead of us.
How do you feel the day after your first game back?
I feel great. But I'm just excited to play.
Derek, how many young memories you have?
All too many. I don't know if there are any I can share, but no. I'm looking forward to seeing him. Giving him a hard time on the court and everything. Might set one or two hard screens on him just to jab at him a little bit, but no, it'll be good to see him.
You gonna do that dunk like you were thinking of?
If he's under there, look out.
You really think he'll be under there, though?
Huh?
You really think he's gonna be under there?
Unless I can dunk from the 3-point line, he's not going to be anywhere near me.
We were talking about the silver lining last night, just being like, okay, a couple of turnovers, a couple of mistakes which you won the game.
Mm-hmm.
Is that kind of Luke's message? Or?
Yeah, pretty much. It was a very, very, very positive message. Like guys, man, that's a good team over there, and we. There's been plenty of good teams that we've been with, just been the occasional turnover here or there or missed free throws or something so small that if a team like us, super young team can fix, we're in every one of these games, and that's promising in itself.
Larry, how does the mindset change when you're playing the Warriors going into a game day? I mean, do you feel like you guys get more dialed in, or how does just everything evolve?
Yeah, you try to go into it like a normal game, but it's the Warriors. You know, it's the champs and everything. So anytime you're playing a team of that caliber, you get up, you extra get up for it, and you know, I think everybody in here is kind of bouncing off the walls, chomping at the bit to get at them.
The flip side of that is, do you guys feel as a group that you prepare as well for the game and dial in that way for the games that aren't high-profile games, like the national TV games? Like that?
You know, that's one thing that I don't even know. I couldn't tell you which games of ours are on TV or not. What? Okay. You know that. Sorry, national TV games. Thanks, Sark. Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's one thing to get up, you know what the Warriors are. It's a big game, an exciting game, a Thursday night game against, or a Tuesday night game against Indiana, whatever it might be, that are lower profile, that aren't as intense and don't have all that stuff around it. Do you guys think you prepare and focus the same way for those?
Quite possibly there's a drop off. I'd say I have to go think back hard and look on it, but yeah, that just kind of comes with the young team and inexperience. You know, those are those kind of mid-energy games that you're kind of describing are ones that we absolutely have to win if we still have our eyes set on the playoffs, and that 8 seed is wide open right now. So. You know, obviously we have to steal a couple of these coming up in order to be there, but those ones that you're talking about are the ones that we have to be probably more focused on.
You mentioned the word experience. Is that the big difference right now in this club, not having the experience as opposed to other teams?
I wouldn't say that's the big difference. I think it's definitely a difference though. You know, you kind of saw late game, last game. You know, they had a Lou Williams. You know, the different teams have, you know, Damian Lillard, Isaiah Thomas. They have, you know, a definitive closer that you get the ball to, and it's whatever you do, whatever he does, you live with. And, you know, we have a bunch of young guys still trying to figure out their roles and who is that. And one night it's this guy, the next night it's that. And, you know, I think that's one thing that we're missing. Still trying to find, I should say. But yeah, I guess that goes with experience.
So like every season's different. The last 2 years, when guys beat them. Is there anything that can apply to this upcoming one?
Just got to come out and hit them hard first. You know, that first quarter is going to be huge for us because that's a team that, you know, the second you slip behind once, their lead can go from 2 to 30 like that. And so, you know, we just got to stay on them, just kind of stay persistent and stay focused, but I think the biggest thing is just coming out with a hard first punch.
You mentioned that 8 spot. Do you guys it being wide open? Yeah. Do you guys use that? It's like,
absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, that's definitely something I keep track of for sure. That's something that I would love for this team. I think everybody here would love for that team, and it's very realistic, especially with how things are shaping up right now.
Is that more of a players thing or the coaches as well?
We're all in it. It's going to sound corny, but we're all kind of in that together. It's something Luke kind of talks to us about. We talk amongst each other about, and you know, it kind of keeps us refocused. You know, after a tough last game, it's easy to go. It's easy to be upset about it, but you know, the second we're like, all right, there's a bigger plan here. We gotta focus on the 8 seed. We can still get it. Kind of brings you back down to earth and refocus you a little bit.
You mentioned the just the ability to score. Why does it work so well? Like, you guys practice against him, you know, the thing where he goes left and he draws the foul. I mean, everybody across the league knows it, and yet he does it 3 times a game against everyone.
Yeah.
How do things like that work so well, even when opposing defenses know that
give you an example of it. All night I was screaming at guys, you know, not angrily or anything, but just like, keep your hands out when he's driving, keep your hands out. The first time you switch on him and he gets a step on you, that's just reaction. It's just basketball habit. You put a hand on his hip to slow him down. That's anytime you see anybody driving, that's what's going to happen. And he's so good at it. And then so he gets you with it 1 or 2 times, and then at the end of the game, there was like a minute or something left where I came out on the blitz. He got past me, and I wanted to put my hand in there, but you can't. You can't. And so he just kind of slips past you for the layup. And granted, that was a play that I beat myself up about, but that's Lou Williams. He's a professional scorer, and that's what makes him so good because, you know, if he's not drawing that foul, if you don't put your hands on him, that's a bucket. And so that's just part of what makes him so good, and still I wish I could tell you how to guard it. I really, I wish I could, because it would